Hi, welcome everybody. My name is Sara Jane Abbott. I'm the Director of Marketing at the Evanston Chamber of Commerce. And what we've been doing is checking in with our members, and we're doing water cooler chats. Today we're talking with Hal Sprague from Projection Energy Partners. And thank you so much for joining us today. How are you doing?
Hi, are great. Thank you.
Excellent. Ever since we've been in a shelter in place, a lot of people are working from home. You probably have always been working from home, but what is your day like?
Well, it's nice to be working from home, and Trajectory, I started with Trajectory in February, and right at that moment, COVID was hitting, and we were planning on doing work a little differently. We were planning on having meetings with people in their homes, but COVID sort of forced us within a week to develop some webinars. So as a result, we've been doing that. There are three of us that do these webinars in the evenings mostly. And so that has been very good to be able to do that. And I think we reach more people, so that it has sort of enhanced what we're trying to do, which is to educate folks on community solar. For me personally, I spend most of my days during the day before those webinars happen, calling the people who have reached out to us and said they're interested in community solar. So I'm making phone calls and sending emails and answering their questions and helping them get signed up to community solar if they want to. That's pretty much it. And it lasts into the evening when we do the webinars.
Excellent. I know it's really interesting how the Zooms and the webinars are making we can still have one-on-one meetings like we're having right now, a little chat. We can still have big meetings.
Right.
We can still actually handle all of our business needs just doing, this kind of working remote. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about community solar, because I know a little bit about it. I've already signed up. I'm trying to get the Evanston Chamber signed up. But tell me what projects you're working on and what exactly it is.
Okay. So Trajectory Energy Partners, which is my company that I work for, has been hired by a company that actually develops and runs community solar projects. Those projects are out in the rural areas of Northern Illinois right now. They're being built. And that means that out in a farmer's field, for example, there are 15 acres being set aside out of maybe several hundred that a farmer has, and with 7,000 panels being built on it. And we want to educate people who cannot or don't want to put solar panels on their own roof, because that can be expensive, it can be unsightly, it can have too many trees, it can this and that. If that's not a possibility, then community solar allows someone to sign up and have a subscription to the panels out in the field. So they actually are getting credit for the power that's produced by those panels. And that power credit gets taken off of their ComEd energy bill, which is a benefit to them financially, but they are also at the same time supporting the construction and operation of all these panels. So it's a kind of a win-win for everybody. The panels get built, the people get a little discount on their bill, but they can know that by subscribing to the community solar project, they're actually pushing out the non-renewable energy, which is the nuclear and the coal and the natural gas, because ComEd has to take the solar first. And then if there's enough of that, if we do enough of this, ComEd won't need as much coal and natural gas and nuclear. So the subscribers that I'm calling and emailing every day, as I said, are people who eventually would like to get signed up because they're trying to do the right thing.
Right.
So as I say, the benefits to them are they're supporting the solar, they're supporting Illinois jobs out there in the rural areas, and they're getting this little discount.
And the discount is on the supply part of it, right?
That's correct. Good. Your electric bill has three parts to it: the supply, the delivery, which is ComEd has to keep up the wires, so you have to pay them for that no matter what. And then there's taxes and fees. But the supply part, it can be provided by lots of different people. Companies are coming to your doorstep every day trying to get you to sign up to their supply.
Right.
And so this is that part, and you get a discount on that part of your bill.
I'm excited about that
That's
because
right.
my supply last month was $234. So
There
I
you
can't wait
go.
to have discounts.
Right. And the other
Um,
nice thing about this program is that we are now signing up people. Like I've signed up individuals who are homeowners, but now we're starting to sign up small businesses and nonprofits and houses of worship. So
that's wonderful.
those accounts that are going to be a little bigger than the average residential house,
Yeah,
they're going to be, the same deal applies. They get a 20% discount on their supply, and the rest of the deal is pretty much the same. But we'll be doing some webinars. Hopefully, we've done actually a couple for the Evanston Chamber, and we can do more for any group of businesses who want to do that. We'd like to do some for houses of worship and maybe some nonprofits. So
that's
if
wonderful.
the chamber or anyone else knows of a group that would like to have a webinar done for them as a group, we'd be happy to do that.
Yeah, I'm going to make a list for sure. Now, the last question we'd love to ask you is we're all going through the stress of living at home in this strange place, this new work that we're doing. What do you do for a work-life balance?
What is my work-life balance like? Well, I am a very fortunate individual. You probably can't quite tell from this picture, but I am at a remote location. And as I turn this way, I look across a large lake at another state across the lake. And it's one of the most beautiful places I have. So I managed to fit in between the calls and the webinars and things, the things that I like to do here. So that I am privileged to be able to do that. But I guess if I had to give advice, if someone were asking me for advice, I would say, try to make yourself disciplined in your daily, hourly calendar so that you do a certain number of hours. I tell my kids the same thing when they're in school. You do a certain number of hours of work, set aside an hour of relax or playtime or errands, and then go back to the work, finish that up, so that every day you get whatever you say, 6 hours, 8 hours of actual work, but make sure you set aside time for yourself so that when you come back, you're refreshed, and you're exercised and all that great stuff. And of course, if you're lucky enough to go remote, I would recommend that. Although it is distracting to be in a place that is so beautiful, it's a little harder to work sometimes. But if you can sit down and discipline yourself, it works very well.
Yeah. Well, you're very lucky to have the lake. I've got my yard I can look at, but I could take a break and go to Lake
Yes.
Michigan. Well, thank you so much for talking with us today.
Right.
I'm so excited about community solar coming in. I know more and more people are going to get involved with it, and have a great day. Bye now.
Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.